in that terrible system is not easy. It has to get better. It has to get better either by creating safeguards for review, by iterating the criteria itself, by adding additional judges, by finding different mechanisms by which to employ. Things need to be continued to explored and pushed, and we need to lean, frankly, I'm sorry, I don't mean to do this to them, but I don't know who else to lean on but the UFC, because they have some ability to at least experiment with some of these things. Or just say, you know what, controversy rules, and guys are just going to get badly affected, and we don't really care. That's another way to go about it too. You know, hey, you're right. The system is terrible. These guys have no real recourse. It has profound impacts for their career and their legacy. But you know what? That's how the cookie crumbles. That's, I suppose, another at least coherent, if totally unethical, position. So, you know, people are always like, "Don't leave it in the hands of the judges." Maybe that's what they mean. Like, you know, there's only so much we're prepared to do about this. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is in that sense. But if you just think logically about how we judge things, you know, it's almost like a memory test. Like, we're going to show you a series of slides for the next 5 minutes. Tell us which one you saw more of at the end. Oh, I mean, one of the big revelations in the last 20 years of law has been how unreliable eyewitness testimony is. Eyewitnesses will say, hey, I saw X, Y, and Z, and then they'll find actual footage of it, and these people will pass lie detector tests, and they will swear on their lives that's what I saw, because that is what they saw, right? What they saw. And then video evidence shows that's not that case at all, or at least they only got half of it correct, or something other than that. Like, the reliability of eyewitness testimony is not great. And that's what judging is. Eyewitness testimony from professional witnesses. All right. Holly's shushing. I never understood the sound that some kickboxers make when they throw. In cases like Buakaw or Tyrone Spong, I used to think the sound that they are trying to make is to intimidate, their opponents. But in the case of Holly, it looks like she might be telegraphing her strikes and helping her opponent to time the counter when she makes the sound at the beginning of the blitz. Do you agree? Someone wrote this long thing about how it could be some other ones. Typically, what they teach you, I can't speak for her. It might be a rhythm thing. It might be a mental comfort thing. It might be a way to distract. But always remember, like, depending on what kind of exercise you're doing, the way in which you breathe matters. Now, I'm not in any way an expert runner, but some kind of, there's a right way and a wrong way to breathe through running. In powerlifting, it's a lot of holding your breath, right? You have to, oh, well, there's a different way you breathe through your tongue. It's a different method, which we won't get into, but you hold and you expand the obliques and the muscles in your abdomen out to brace the abdominal wall against your belt, let's say, and you hold it to the top of a repetition, and then, you know, depending on what exercise it is, you might let it out. But there's a lot of breath holding. Bodybuilding, you'll actually breathe a little bit through the exercises. In jiu-jitsu, you have to be very conscious about breathing through those things, because if you're, you know, I'm going to get Toriando pass, I'm going to grab your pants and I'm going to push it to the side, and I'm going to come around. If you know, you force the pants around, your breathing will be messed up. So in striking, they always tell you to breathe out as you throw a strike. So that's why you hear boxers a lot. They're breathing out as they throw a strike, and they're breathing in sort of like either on the turn or however they've managed to do that. Beyond that, I'm not exactly sure what she's doing. But just always remember that whenever you throw a strike, a lot of guys, that's why donks in street fights get tired, because they hold their breath when they throw punches.